What's up, crypto media friends? Welcome to another overtime show. Got a lot of, bear fuddy stuff on our backs, but man, let me tell you how great it is to have projects in this space that are, not taking things so seriously and really reaping the rewards of that. And I think we're going to take a look at Goblin Town .WTF. Because apparently there was a project before that called Goblin Town, so they separated themselves by saying WTF. But they're taking a very interesting approach here and reaping some really amazing rewards and marketing in a way that, I don't know if anybody's really seen before, which I love. And you can tell by who they're including in that glitchy stuff going on there, that they're thinking about things. And I think we're looking at just a bit of a scratch below the surface, because I think once you get these people going, this could turn into the full-on meme NFT of NFTs. And so this is how powerful this is. I'm glitching like crazy on this video. Let me see if I can cut and add. I can change color temperature. Hey, there you go. And so let's take a quick look. I'm going to break into these, because I've been kind of doing a modest amount of degenning, and there we go. Over the weekend, because I think there were some fun projects about, and just hanging out, in a Bears Deluxe Discord, you kind of just end up just degenning quite a bit, and I think it's just at this time where it's just low cost, free mints. These types of things are just, they kind of harken back, and I think that's what everyone's searching for right now. Nobody wants to go and do some, point. Not even I think I saw Vogu was trying to do, raise $3 million on their thing. You're just, again, these things feel like money grabs, and they're out of capital, and they need more capital to put gas in their Lambos. And I'm not fudding any particular project. I think there's a lot of projects that are guilty of this, and so they're just trying to redig another well adjacent to the old well that they found. And so just from the degen side, it's just we're looking at free mints or low cost mints. And one of those was Verbs. It was a bit of low cost mints, not super high, but over the weekend I was just it's it's cute, and it has some some interesting kind of Invisive Friends vibe to it. They're still revealing. Wow. They had a big problem with the reveal about a day or two ago. They had done part of it, and then something happened, and they kind of had to freeze their reveal. So hey, you could maybe mint or as we talk about sometimes, buy on the secondary market a rare one. And so they're cute little guys, and they've been moving. They've been quote unquote flying to some degree. One every minute is quite good. But over the weekend there was just a lot of these projects, OK Duck, OK Ducks, OK Duck Board, OK Duck Yacht Club, Kaiju Bears. There's just a lot of derivative degen stuff that OK Kaiju Bears does a free mint. So it's just it was just almost like a no-brainer. Or what was it? It was Azuki. Zuki. What was it? Zuki. It was Zuki Animated or something like that. But it was very sort of, again, free mint. And you just kind of watch the price sort of spike, and some people took profits from zero or from gas fees, and made a couple bucks just for fun. It's fun to have a laugh, and when you're in sort of these sort of degen Discord alpha groups, that's the fun of it, right? To see what flies and what doesn't. Ducks really flew for a lot of people. They went up to 0.1, from 0.0. 1.5 or so it's very, very low cost of entry, and at its best you're making a couple bucks just kind of hanging out with people. And so that's the Degen culture, and that's sort of the fun, if you will, of the space is, talking about things. Is it cool? Is it artistic? And the one that people really hated over the weekend, but I was just like, man, this is distinctive, is Goblin Town. And so Goblin Town just has a look to me. It struck me. Everyone's like, oh, it's so ugly, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's pretty ugly, but I think it's so distinctive. It had, for me, the vibe of like a Doodles, to be honest. And so, but at that time, over the weekend, it had already hit about 0.4, 0.5 really quickly. And so I heard about it over the weekend. I was like, oh, this thing, and it's like, okay, well, it's like 0.4, and I don't know if it can really, in this market, can it really push past that? And, kind of kept an eye on it through the weekend. It was 0.5. And so, it seemed to really just sort of like hover. And you're like, okay, I get it. It's a lot of fun. And then we're going off of 4,600 sales. Again, this is a free mint, guys. So even at that, people are taking profits. 0.4, done, boom, boom, boom. But I think to their surprise, of those who were selling off, there was a line of buyers, because apparently there was just no marketing going into this thing. That's how much marketing is the glitching. There's so much glitch going on. There's so much alpha. Please subscribe, hit the bell notification. Help me get to maybe 500 subscribers. Help me get there, because come on, you've seen way worse on YouTube than me. Or yet, let me show you the Degen levels of what this is. Of what has become another meme, Gary P. Juice. And this is kind of the vibe of Goblin Town. They are kind of just memeing and effing with, and we'll talk about K-Money's incorporation here, but making fun of other projects that are, maybe find themselves a bit holier than thou. And I think that in this space, that works. And that's part of why I reached out to K-Money, who's now like at 50 bajillion followers. He's got a lot of followers. I think he hit 100K recently. I was following, and I even reached out and had a chat with K-Money when he was like at 500 followers, because I felt in this space there was a dearth of humor, and I think that it was something that was needed. And check out this Spaces. Hopefully you guys can hear this. So that's internet comedian, Web 2, Web 3 centered comedian, K-Money. He's very popular on Twitter, and does these great videos. And so Goblin Town made a very smart and savvy move to. Sorry guys, this is like very, very glitchy today. And let's try that. And so, bringing on K-Money for a collab, just to do a Spaces, because the vibe is there. They're, K-Money is an improviser, and so, he can kind of come in and create scenes, and, this is sort of the sweet spot of what I love about this space. When you get performers involved in Web 3, you get, again, they're making goblin sounds and being funny, but they're playing characters. And I think the value of characters within this space, look at what's going on with Seth Green. He got his apes stolen, one of which was part of a television show that he was pitching. And so now he has a television show, but he doesn't have the intellectual property rights, to his character, his lead character. That's a problem, and I hope Seth is able to work that out with that buyer who bought off secondary for $100,000 this character, and hopefully they can resolve this. But but that therein lies sort of again the power of some of these collections when when they get things right. You essentially buy a character, and buying SpongeBob SquarePants, sort of in his, off his mint, potentially, could reap benefits. But obviously, you need creatives behind that, and I think that that's sort of the misnomer right now. A lot of, I don't want to say disrespect, but I don't think there's enough respect given to writers in this space or performers. K-Money's changing that in a big way, and I know a lot of great writers who are in this space who are looking to change that from the writing side. So on the writing and performing side, I think we're going to get a lot of attention and action within this space, and I think that Goblin Town going from a 0 mint, a free mint, to just about hit 2 ETH right now, and people are buying way above secondary because they're looking at characters again. They're kind of what I do when I look at these things. I'm casting for an idea for an IP or for a story or for a short film, a television show. And if you're doing it right and the project gives you the rights, and we talk a lot about this on the show, if they have the chutzpah to give you the rights, you can grow with this. And so, but here I think there's a big possibility here with Goblin Town, being that nobody knows where it's from. It's at 236. This just exploded off this Twitter Spaces, guys. This was, it was like, before the Twitter Spaces, it was like 1718. So it just went up half an ETH based upon that weird goblin-y gobbledygook that you just heard of a performance, but it was funny. And that's kind of, their jam is, they just want to make fun of other projects and the seriousness in which they place upon themselves. The exclusivity, the eliteness it's a bit gross. It's a bit sort of, I don't know. The people, we all know those people on Twitter. I hope you guys are hearing this right, because I'm getting this major Max Headroom vibe here. And I hope at least you guys are hearing me properly. Let me switch to... I guess it's just on all channels. Well, I guess I'm going to sign off quickly and make this a short one. But, check out Goblin Town. I think it's a lot of fun. And just keep an eye on it. I'm not saying there's never any financial advice here. But I'm saying that Gary VP and being the meme NFT of NFTs is going to have some cultural value at the very least. And so I'm going to be keeping an eye on Goblin Town. And, I think just as artists and creators, you should too.